about anything on this.
No. It's like, oh man, I got a ding. Oh, good, it matches the other side.
I can't believe somebody punched my door like that.
Oh man.
It's great. On today's episode of Watch Chair Go, can you still buy a car for $1,000? And if you can, is it any good? What is going on, guys? I am Watch Chair Go, and today, like I said, Gabe and I are here where we just returned from inking a deal for this fine specimen that you would only find curated in Miami. This is one of the most high-end daily drivers you'll ever find. Obviously, a Kia from the early 10s, literally the first year, 2010. And it comes finished in this beautiful, I'm not quite sure what Ferrari would have called this color, but maroon. Now, this maroon isn't exactly a factory finish. We'll talk more about that as we go on. It may have devalued it slightly because it's had some paint work over the years. So while we are looking at probably a triple clean Carfax, it doesn't look like it. All right, being serious for a minute, we'll do an actual walk around of this thing because I do want you guys to really know what you're buying if you're buying a $1,000 car in 2024. It's a very mysterious creature that basically doesn't exist, right? This was a unicorn, a running driving car with AC for $1,000, unheard of, absolutely unheard of. So we have some 15-inch tires on here, and this one actually has pretty solid tread depth. I think that one looks okay too, but we're wrapped in 195/65 R15s on some stamped steel wheels with a plastic wheel cover.
That'll bring the ladies.
The plastic wheel cover's where it's at, obviously. I think I have some chrome ones if you want to put them on here.
Oh snap, we got some spinners?
They might have been spinners. I think I bought them as like a gag gift. So there's
I would kill it.
There's a chance. There's a chance I have spinners for you. Coming around the front here, we can see the bumper has been used as a battering ram on more than one occasion. Doesn't really fit there. This headlight is new, which is almost the price of the car, let's be honest. Large hole here, it looks like it found a trailer hitch. I'm almost 100% certain that was a trailer hitch. And lots of other little scrapes where things have happened over the years. This headlight here needs cleaned up, needs hit with the turtle wax kit or something. And of course that new headlight doesn't really fit correctly, but it's held in really well. Not even sure what's going on with that. This headlight fits perfectly. And under the hood, we can see that 2-liter 4-cylinder, honestly, like everything Kia does, incredibly easy to work on. I love everything they build. Over here, we of course have a 4-speed automatic. It's all packed in here nicely. If anything ever goes wrong, it's super easy to work on. Kia Hyundai is the only manufacturer left building stuff that's designed for their techs to work on and for you to work on, as far as I'm concerned. Honda and Toyota have always been at the bottom of my list. I don't know why people lose their minds and think I'm paid by Kia or something like that. I just work on a lot of these things and I know that they're better cars than the rest. So I'd much rather be working on these than just about anything else. Like I would work on this a million times over before I'd want to work on my diesel, which is nearly impossible to work on. But this, every single inch of this engine is easily accessible. From the exhaust manifold to the O2 sensors to the intake, it doesn't matter what it is, engine mounts, it's all easy to work on. As easy as that Ford Focus that we just sold. This was a golden age of cars, and the only people left in that golden age, Kia Hyundai. So you can hate on them all you want, say that it's not quality, but everybody's wrong. These things are out here living 300,000 miles and they were cheap to begin with. So coming around the side, let's talk about the hood a little bit more. The hood has obviously been repainted. The hail is massive. Hail, 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 hail. It's got streaks down it where it's been polished out too. Maybe when it came from the body shop. And it's a really, really rough respray that has fish eyes all the way through it. In fact, it almost looks like it was rattle canned at home. It's possibly one of the worst resprays I've ever seen, but who cares? It was a $1,000 car. Coming around the side, the clear coat, it's just gone. Probably because it was the worst respray of all time. But once we get over here, this car is honestly pretty straight. Obviously the bumper, of course it doesn't match. Of course the bumper doesn't match. But over here, we've got clear failure on the mirror. And then
now it looks like a matte wrap.
Yeah, it is a matte wrap. It's a good matte wrap too. That's that like 3M cherry, black cherry.
Yeah, there you go.
But over here, This side of the car almost looks like it's factory paint. I don't see overspray on the rubber over here. The texture is kind of correct. It actually looks like this side of the car hasn't been repainted. So don't go conflating this car with Kia Hyundai. The cars they build are immaculate. This car has seen some things. This car has been to war and back.
It's fitting then.
Yeah, exactly. I figure it's had like at least one teen girl driver, one teen boy driver, and then we found the last guy really just kind of ate everywhere in the car. Lots of food. It only has 134,000 miles, right?
No, it's less than that.
113,000 miles.
It's still in the teens.
It's like a brand new car, and it has seen some things. It has really seen some things. And of course, it was probably a Theta engine that's already been replaced too. So at 100,000, they put a new engine in it, and it should just run the rest of its life. It needs retinted. The tint looks absolutely terrible. It's coming off on every window. This window, this window, this window. Tint failure. For some reason, the shark fin antenna is missing. I don't even know how you pull that one off. Spinning car wash, maybe? Or a kid with a baseball bat. It's one of those two.
What do you call them? Whalers? Sharkers? Whatever?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We got hit by somebody.
This bumper also looks like it's been repainted because of the strange clear failure on it. Don't really know what's going on with that, but the quarter's pretty straight. The trunk is immaculate. Immaculate, look at that.
Holy.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Oh,
hey,
we've got
hand oil?
Pennzoil high mileage and a spare that is holding air and a red rag. Whew, that is the roadside setup right there. And check it out, remote.
That's open then. Oh yeah, yeah.
It is the seat release, but it's not working.
Maybe somebody's got to be there.
That one worked.
That one did.
Okay, well, I'm not giving Hyundai credit for that one.
We'll figure it
out. This has definitely been repainted. Look at that. You can scrape the new paint off of the old paint.
Hey, don't.
Sorry.
Don't scrape my paint.
Sorry, guys. This is Gabe's car. This is Gabe's car. So I'm not gonna take all the paint off by hand. It shouldn't be possible. Great taillights, honestly. Yeah. Holding up. They've got LEDs in them. You know, that's pretty awesome. Forte Ex here. Gabe just opened this. We've got the little remote opener for the gas door. Just popped that. Of course, this whole side of the car has been repainted. It almost looks like the whole car was repainted, but they stopped on the passenger side. You know, they kind of blended it and said, forget the doors, because the texture is different all the way through. This one's clearly repainted. Clear failure, overspray, This is just a silver door that somebody stuck on there. That's a, look at that. It's a whole silver door.
Yeah.
Huh.
Doesn't even fit.
The silver makes the red pop a little more. The door doesn't close.
The fact that the doors.
Oh, look at the rocker.
Yeah, when you open it, you feel like the door kind of falls off a bit.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
But I'm not.
You can tell when they've been really hit. But this thing got hit right here, and somebody put a door on it. That's why. It drops an eighth of an inch. Right there.
Yeah, I'm not hating on it.
No.
I mean, the car's perfect otherwise.
The door runs fine. And you know what they do to fix this half the time? There's a pry bar that locks into this, and then that pry bar also picks up the door latch, and you close it, and you just go like that, and it kind of fixes it.
Yep.
So you could solve that pretty easily. Now, I should mention, when we went and picked this up, we went straight to my house and grabbed some CarPro inside and wiped down almost all of the plastic, because the plastic was unbearable. I had to wash my hands many times since we wiped the interior of this down. It was pretty gross. But now let's go inside and take you on a tour of a $1,000 car. So here on the driver door, you can tell they moved this door panel over because it matches perfectly. There's a lot of wear, a lot of dirt right there. There was a bunch of, hand goo on all of this that's been wiped down many, many times. Let's see, power mirrors.
They do work.
We do have power mirrors. Gabe says they do work. Locks work. We're missing the remote. We need to get a remote for you. It's probably 20 bucks on eBay.
Probably.
Auto windows. Well, that one was auto.
Yeah.
The others are not
still be auto.
It might be that might actually be a mind reading window there. We have the dimmer right here with the full power setting at the very bottom. Traction off. That's everything there is to talk about. No auto lights, just parking lights, all the lights. And no auto high beams, just nothing crazy here. It's just, this is transportation. Wipers that do exactly what you want. They spray the windshield really well. So the settings are, we should talk about the settings since it's not auto. We have mist, interval, low and high wiper settings right there.
I just love the super saturation.
The super saturation?
Man, it's like being a kid with the super soaker. You know, you wake up and you're just completely gone. Oh,
I turned them on. I turned them on. I just needed to turn the steering wheel over. Those gauges look classy. Why are those gauges so classy while omitting all the options? It's just fuel gauge, parking brakes on, speedometer, 112,000 miles, and a tach. That's all you get. 140 mile an hour speedometer. I doubt it does 140 mile an hour. I can't give it too much credit here. Steering wheel controls though are absolutely excellent. We have steering wheel radio controls right there. There's our volume, track, mode, mute. Oh yeah, mute does work. Came on and off on the display. Cruise, you can see the cruise works. And voice, probably Siri at this point because I don't think this has real voice controls. And of course, phone controls for the Bluetooth as well. Over here in the center, we've got the clock, passenger airbag light, hazards, they work. A nice radio, honestly. You gotta give this thing a lot of credit for its radio. CD, satellite radio, FM AM, there's your CD, aux in, and Bluetooth, so it's honestly pretty set up for being a 10. And of course down here in the lower center console, you could have that special 30-pin cable that Hyundai had that you plugged into both ports and gave you a 30-pin for your iPod. Here's your shifter. Oh, you can actually select your gear.
yeah.
Look at that. Okay, you can only second gear start, first gear start, and then shift once it's moving. Park, reverse, neutral. Shift lock release hiding under the cover right there. Simple, single zone climate control, nothing crazy. Not even an auto dimming rearview mirror. You have to human dim it. Crazy, right?
It's like
Sunglasses. The door powered lights are not, oh, all this is dead. Look at that. That's interesting. No lighted mirror, but we do have sun visor extension.
all right.
Yeah.
That's money right there.
That's what I'm talking about. Wait, none of the headliner stuff works. Maybe the fuse blew.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fuse bit.
Gotta be a fuse. Or maybe in the collision, the wire got pinched or something.
Could be.
Could be.
Could be, but it's not shorting out, so I'm fine with that.
Absolutely. We got the books,
We got the
light bulbs, manual, that's it. That's the glove box.
Kind of expected to find some food in there, to be honest.
2 cup holders, nothing Saab-like, but we do have this giant one that will hold modern drinks, which is cool.
Yep.
And of course, we did clean the upper console over and over and over.
So there's your first level.
First level, second level. Honestly, it's pretty cool that it opens, it like all the way back.
You just want it to keep opening.
That you can
just be fun.
That's right. It's a Rolodex of center console. Oh,
Is that a
gross.
fry?
You grab the
What is
fries. Guys, we have not cleaned this thing out for real yet, and there's a lot of food in it.
And I expected that to be like some chicken fat or something.
Ugh, gross. More tent failure on the back, and of course, I've been out using my Temu RC car here, and it's hanging out in the back, so we got to clean that out. We've got a strange stain here in this seat, but honestly, it's a driver. It's a driver. Arm goo on that seat, and some pop on the headliner. Oh yeah, you can. Oh, look at that. They actually were already released.
Yeah.
I see. 2 cup holders in the middle seat, and this one's oversized.
This one's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
And the armrest isn't broken.
No.
This is honestly pretty solid. Anything? Just paper.
Oh, wait, I get a hex key.
Allen wrench.
All right.
Can't beat that.
No.
Well,
And
that is a complete tour of a 2010 Kia Forte. Honestly, a good car. It's got the old cable pull for the trunk and the fuel door right there.
I like this part especially right here. It's a little helpful.
Yeah,
I mean, like somebody power grabbed it and was like,
much easier to get in the hood.
I'd like to know who the mechanic was who did that. It's like, Hulk open.
Right, right. The only real downside here is this. Like, everything else is easily fixed and cleaned up. Even the seats, but the rip in the seat is a little sad. You know, the airbag's kind of sticking out too. Good stuff. You could remove that airbag.
I could wake you up one day with an airbag.
Oh man, please don't. So now that we've gone on a tour of this Kia Forte that I'm pretty sure originally sold for like 18,000 or something. Like this was affordable.
Let me pull that up.
All right, let's find out what this thing sold for. Today, still worth $1,000, and also 40 years from now, still worth $1,000. Guys, this car makes more power than I expected. 156 horsepower?
Yep.
Whoo!
I
figured it was closer to 100. And then 25 miles per gallon in the city and 34 on the highway?
That's very respectable.
All right, what did it cost? I was off by 2,000. It was actually $15,995. This was truly from the era of affordable cars.
Yeah.
Because you can't buy anything for this price today. And it's really hard to find a unicorn like this for $1,000. Run, drive, cold AC, power, everything. It's kind of the whole package.
Yeah.
Let's get this thing out on the road and see what it drives like. Driving a 2011 Kia Forte.
2011? I thought it was 2010.
We really just don't know what year it is. That's the real thing here. But pulls to the right just a little bit. I take my hands off and we're already in the other lane. Not too much, but here we go again. Oh, back in the other lane.
And just quick clean turns. That's all. It's a lane assist.
It is
early lane assist.
It's it's a right lane assist is what it is.
Are there any other turns outside of NASCAR?
I mean, you're right. You're right. I think they only go left.
That's correct.
We have right lane assist in this.
That's right.
Opposite NASCAR. It goes here. Let's make a full pull. We're going the speed limit here. Full.
Whoa! Oh.
I was wide open for like a second, probably at least a half, almost 1 second before it decided to do anything. After a half second, okay, back to the speed limit, right? You hear it? It's on the floor. And we picked up 5 miles per hour.
Respectably.
Respectably. What is this, a Rolls Royce? It expresses you. Except in the slowest possible manner, because Rolls Royces are actually fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe it's because we're in eco. What if we shut eco off? So we got to hit trip, eco, and now we'll hold it. Okay, we're out of eco, so now we should be in race mode.
Yeah.
You ready?
That's the opposite of eco.
One more time.
Here we go.
Throttle.
Here we go.
Make no difference. That was 5 miles an hour again. Oh my gosh. We're so used to new cars. Like in my truck, you would have been going 20 faster in the same amount of time. Crazy. This is what you get. You can still buy a car for $1,000 and it's completely reasonable, but don't expect new car things out of it.
I mean, some new car things.
No, I don't think there's anything like this anymore.
Sure.
A new Forte probably does 0 to 60 in 5 seconds because like everything does now.
Yes, but we have a steering wheel.
We have a steering wheel.
I mean, those come with new cars. We have new car things.
We have Bluetooth.
We have Bluetooth.
So I'm giving it a ton of credit for having Bluetooth. A ton of credit. And it does everything correctly. I don't think it handles very well. Should we throw it through a corner? Here we go. Here, I'm just throwing it in.
It wasn't bad.
Okay, honestly not bad. It stayed flat through that turn.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it some credit for not too much body roll. And let's take it through the slalom here. This is the moose test, right? Honestly, pretty good. I can't even be mad at that.
I mean, we're going 5 miles an hour,
it took my inputs and translated them to the road. And I have been in far worse cars than that. Many far worse cars than that.
Yeah. The Pacer would have never made it.
Oh, the Pacer couldn't have done that. So you would have been in 2 ditches away. Possibly in another
neighborhood.
Yeah. Oh, man. You would have been in another world if we did that in the Pacer. So it's better than an AMC Pacer. That's, is the Pacer our lowest bar ever? It probably is. It doesn't drive like...
The Pacer was pretty rough.
It doesn't drive like a good car. This drives like a competent car. I don't know. It drives kind of like that Infiniti too. So that Infiniti was like premium.
Yeah.
So...
And like the Infiniti, we have a clock right in the middle.
Oh, you got a clock?
It's not like the...
It's not analog.
It's not analog.
Right, but it's correct.
It's correct.
So it's got that going for it.
The one in the Infiniti wasn't even correct.
Yeah, I'm sure the one in the Infiniti doesn't work. So that's cool. But these were our driving experiences, and I think our driving experiences is car. Dude, look at this. It actually has turn signals on the mirrors, and this was cheap.
Oh, look, you can see the overspray.
Oh, dude, there's overspray all over.
All over.
All
My
over.
gosh.
They didn't even try.
You know what? I don't mind.
It's one color.
Dude, one color.
It's one color and it drives really well.
It's not a bad color either. I mean,
Dr. Pepper.
It's Dr. Pepper.
That's actually the official name of the color is Dr. Pepper Kia.
There we go.
I wanted to make sure everyone's expectations are set. This is what you get for $1,000 and it's probably right on the money. And that's what you get for $2,000 and it needs tons of work. I mean, that needs like 7 Kias worth of work.
7 Kias.
7 Kias worth of work.
Kias.
Because that's what happens when you buy a BMW. That is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop, watchjrgo.com for cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I will talk to you next time. I guess we're gonna do 7 Kias worth of work to that because it's kind of cool looking.
That's a whole lot of Kias.
Yeah, but then that thing's gonna break again. I mean, BMWs are notoriously easy to fix. It's such a good platform, but it does add up, and nothing adds up on this. You're like, well, I changed the oil. And then I drove it.
Then I drove it.
And
well, I threw a new door on. And then I drove it.
Right. At least you don't have to put the new door on. Somebody else did. Somebody else put the door on.
I love the fact that nothing lines up. I mean, it's
Dude,
just
it's so funny.
It's funny.
This is like a jigsaw puzzle that somebody almost finished.
Well, it's like a jigsaw puzzle with pieces from other puzzles that kind of match.
True.
The doors from 2009, the hood's from 2011.
Yeah. And the hood's wrong too. The hood said it was an 11. That's what's going on, is every panel got replaced. Well, we think the title says it's 2010, so it's 2010. Man, you could buy a broken Harley, doesn't run at all, drive Kia, less than half price. Crazy.
I mean, what are you gonna do?
I mean, I'll take air conditioning every day. Air conditioning over this any day of the week. Well, guys, I got up at 7 this morning to a text of Gabe being stranded on Kellogg. So I went out with my truck and we towed him back.
On today's episode of Watch JR Tow.
And we turned that van into a Kia. It was magic. The Kia being on, like, the reason we bought this is because the Kia is half of the price of one van transmission. That's a deal if I've ever heard one. I mean, there's really nothing else you can say about that. That's a deal.
Time and effort.
Time and effort.
Money. Fluids.
Right.
Gotta get dirty.
The van needed brakes.
You know, you get all that stuff. Well, it needs brakes after I was standing on them and you
yeah, the van did stop the truck.
Yes.
But
or
one Kia.
One Kia.
And it's ready to go. No work required. It's got work. The wipers are in good shape, so I can't say much else.
How often does that happen? Like never.
Oh yeah, never. They're always bad.
They're always trash.
They're always trash.
This is like perfect.
These were working.
Yep.
Can't hate on it. I'm just kind of sad it doesn't have power seats.
I could deal with that power seats.
It was $1,000.
Yeah.
This is what you should expect for $1,000.
And I can do that whole trick that they talk about on the internets with somebody grabs you from behind. You know, you're getting kidnapped.
You slam your seat
slam your seat back. You can't do that with a power seat, but I can do it with this one.
Yeah, I bet you can. I bet that doesn't work at all.
Wait a second. Let me make sure I got child locks on this, and then I can lock the guy in there.
That's right.
Hey, it's got child locks. Okay.
Perfect.
So he'll be locked in there with my seat down on him.
Yeah.
And he'll be fighting, and
then you just get out and run away. You don't even need to stay in the car. You can be like, you're stuck. Have a Kia.
By the way, you owe me $1,000.
That's right. You steal his wallet to cover the car.
There you go.
Man, it's a car transaction.